The ocean is a terrifying, unexplored world where real-life monsters exist. Scientists have discovered creatures so bizarre, so horrifying, that they look like they belong in an alien planet. But what if I told you these creatures are real? From terrifying sharks to fish with transparent heads, these are 10 deep-sea creatures that should not exist, but do. Number 1. The goblin shark. Meet the goblin shark, a real-life nightmare shark that lurks in the deep, dark ocean. Unlike any normal shark, this one has a long, pink snout, flabby skin, and a jaw that can shoot out of its mouth like an alien monster. Scientists call it a living fossil because it has existed for over 125 million years, and when it attacks, it's terrifying. It can lunge its entire jaw forward in a split second, snatching prey before they even realize what happened. Number 2. The barrel-eye fish. What if I told you there's a fish with a completely see-through head? Meet the barrel-eye fish, a deep-sea creature with a transparent skull, allowing us to see its brain and glowing green eyes inside. But here's where it gets even stranger. Its eyes aren't fixed forward. They can actually rotate inside its skull, letting it look straight up without moving. Scientists are still trying to understand how this freaky fish even survives at such deep depths. Number 3. The vampire squid, the deep-sea Dracula. Deep in the ocean where the sunlight never reaches, lurks a creature that looks like it came straight from a horror movie. Meet the vampire squid, a blood-red nightmare with glowing eyes, webbed tentacles, and a cloak-like body that looks like something out of Dracula's castle. But don't be fooled. This squid doesn't drink blood. Instead, when threatened, it turns itself inside out, exposing the terrifying, spiny lining of its cloak to scare predators away. And if that doesn't work, it releases a cloud of bioluminescent mucus that glows for minutes, like an eerie underwater ghost. Number 4. The giant isopod, also known as the deep-sea cockroach. If you think cockroaches are bad, wait until you see this. The giant isopod is basically a huge armored deep-sea cockroach, and it can grow over 2 feet long. It spends its life crawling on the ocean floor, feasting on rotting corpses that sink from above. And here's the creepy part. It can go up to 5 years without eating. That's right, it can survive in total starvation mode, just waiting for something to die and sink down to its level. Number 5. The frilled shark, also known as the deep-sea sea serpent. Imagine a creature that looks like a cross between an eel, a dragon, and a nightmare. That's the frilled shark, a terrifying deep-sea predator that hasn't changed for 80 million years. It has over 300 needle-sharp teeth, arranged in rows like a death trap, designed to grab anything that dares swim too close. But the scariest part? Scientists believe this might be the closest thing to a real-life sea serpent, a creature that could have inspired ancient legends about giant underwater monsters. Number 6. The fang-toothed fish, also known as the deep-sea devilfish. At nearly 5,000 meters deep, in the total darkness of the abyss, lives a fish that looks like it came straight from hell. The fang-toothed fish has the biggest teeth of any fish compared to its body size. So big that it can't even fully close its mouth. This monster prowls the depths, using its nightmarish jaws to crush anything unlucky enough to cross its path. And because there's almost no food at these depths, it will attack anything it can fit in its mouth, even creatures twice its own size. Number 7. The Dumbo octopus, also known as he adorable but strange. Not all deep-sea creatures are terrifying. Some are just plain weird. Meet the Dumbo octopus, a bizarre-looking creature that flaps its ear-like fins to swim gracefully in the ocean depths. Unlike its creepy octopus cousins, this one doesn't have deadly tentacles. Instead, it glides effortlessly across the seafloor searching for food. But don't let its cute looks fool you. It lives in some of the most extreme conditions on Earth, surviving at depths of up to 13,000 feet, where almost no other creatures can exist. Number 8. The dragonfish. Deep in the ocean, where no sunlight ever reaches, lurks a fish that creates its own light to kill. The dragonfish is a terrifying deep-sea predator with huge fang-like teeth and a built-in headlight, a glowing lure beneath its eye that attracts prey in the pitch-black darkness. But here's the scariest part. It's one of the few creatures that can produce red light, which most deep-sea animals can't see. That means the dragonfish can hunt in total stealth mode. It can see its prey, but its prey can't see it coming, yet. Number 9. The gulper eel, also known as the deep-sea balloon monster. If you thought normal eels were creepy, wait until you see this. The gulper eel has a tiny body but a giant balloon-like mouth that can expand to swallow prey much larger than itself. When it's not eating, it looks like a thin black ribbon, gliding silently through the abyss. But the moment it finds food, it inflates its mouth like a monstrous balloon, sucking up anything in its path. Number 10. The black swallower. Some creatures have huge teeth, some have giant mouths, but this one, it has an elastic stomach that lets it swallow fish 10 times its own size. Meet the black swallower, a terrifying deep-sea predator that can gulp down creatures so big that it sometimes can't even digest them before they start rotting inside. Scientists have found dead black swallowers with undigested fish still sticking out of their mouths, a horrifying reminder of how brutal life in the deep ocean really is. These creatures prove that the ocean is still one of the most mysterious and terrifying places on Earth, and we've only explored 5% of it. Imagine what other horrors are waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because in the next episode, we're diving into the deepest, darkest place on Earth, the Mariana Trench.